What is going on? It is the Obscurist Tourist here, and well, today I come to you from downtown Toronto, and tomorrow we're just mere hours away from an all-encompassing stay-at-home order issued throughout the province of Ontario. So I won't be able to do this for the next 28 days, but this also allows me a pretty cool and rare opportunity of seeing a very underrated and overlooked place here in Toronto, and that is the Path, the largest underground shopping network in the entire world. Usually it is filled to the brim with thousands of people every day, but I think it's going to be a ghost town, and I think it's going to be pretty cool. So let's go. So I've decided to enter the Metro Center entrance here at 225 King Street West. And right down here is the Path. And yeah, it is a complete ghost town down here. The Path, as I said before, is the largest underground shopping center in the world. And it's also recognized by the Guinness Book of World Records. How crazy is that? What kind of a record is that? I didn't even know it existed. But we've got it, and the Path holds it. So, and here's the entire map of the Path underground, and you can see we are right here at St. Andrew's Station, and we started just over here. And if I zoom out a little bit, you can see the sheer size of this place. It is enormous, and for as long as I've been coming down here, I've always had this question, and that is, what does Path stand for? And I got some hard news to break to you. It stands for absolutely nothing. It is not an acronym for anything. It's just Path. No imagination. Just when you think it's a dead end, it's not. Boom. It's a whole other part and a whole other building to explore. Just look at this place. Everything is closed. It's crazy seeing this in its current state, considering that over 200,000 people a day used to pass through the Path. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, hey, how did you get to the Grand Canyon in Arizona? Well, I fooled you. I'm not anywhere near there. I'm still in the Path. Yeah, in a hallway that separates the Metro Hall, Metro Concourse, from the main financial institutions. And right across from me is, you may recognize this place from myriad Hollywood movies, not the least of which is Police Academy with Steve Guttenberg. Yeah, Steve Guttenberg. And this is an area of the Path that I know quite well because I worked here for years. Right there, First Canadian Place, and even in the Exchange Tower. Believe it or not, I may not look like it, but I was a suit for many years. Not part of the 1%, but I certainly walked amongst them on the daily. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know exactly how much money I have in my bank account. But thanks. It's crazy to say, but see that Rexall right there? That was once a vacant space, and my company rented out another company that put on a petting zoo for a day, and I petted some monkeys and some chickens. How crazy is that? That is just bonkers. Goes to show how much money giant corporations waste. Well, maybe not waste, because I actually had a great day, but it's still a weird thing to do. Right downtown, in the financial district, in the path of all places, to show you what a different world it really is down here. This is a good example. They still have a shoe shine, people. You can pay a few bucks, although it's a little bit more than a few bucks now. I assume it's probably like $20 for someone to get on their knees and shine your penny loafers. So weird. I just wanted to come outside for a second and show you where I am. Perhaps you recognize this group of black buildings right here from some very well-known Hollywood movies. Yeah, this is where American Psycho was filmed, and even RoboCop was filmed right here. I'm going to do another video about it, just really going into those shooting locations another time. So we'll leave that as a taster for what's to come. So before I go back in, I just wanted to point out that, I said, I'm getting a little foggy here. Let's take those off. I said earlier that this is a very underappreciated, not really known place for what it is, being the largest underground shopping center in the entire world. Well, I didn't know that, and I figured that out when I was working overseas. I was working in Milan, Italy, about a decade ago, maybe a little bit more than that, and a few of my students kept bringing up this path, how they wanted to go to Toronto to see the world's largest shopping network. And I was like, what are you talking about? What are you going on about? And yeah, that's how I found out. I found out from Italian students who barely knew English. They knew what was in my own city before I did. So in a weird way, this is a crazy, probably the weirdest tourist destination in the world as well. So Guinness Book of World Records, add that into your little book. Weirdest destinations for tourists. Go figure. path even leads you to one of the most sacred places in Toronto, and especially as a Canadian, and that is the Hockey Hall of Fame. And look, here's a statue of Mr. Hockey himself, Gordie Howe. Yeah, this place goes everywhere. There are probably a good 20 to 30 food courts, massive food courts down here, and now it's almost looks like a crime scene. Something tells me they won't be returning at 10 a.m. We are right underneath the Toronto Stock Exchange, and it is just a complete and utter ghost town. Nothing. No hustle, no bustle. But you know the money, it's still moving. I also wanted to show you one of the coolest places. Whenever I see tourist photos from Toronto, this is always included in it. Look at this. BCE Place. Check that out. Yeah, I'm not really sure why this is one of the most photographed places in Toronto, but it is. Though it is pretty stunning. And back down to the path. And I guess it's been so long since I've been down here that my favorite hairdresser actually closed down. A little sad about that. Well, I can't say I've ever gone, but it was my favorite name for a hair salon ever. British Hairways. Yeah. Much like the world above, I can only wonder at how many of these shops will remain open when if life gets back to normal. A stark reminder of what's happening and what's to come. And they've just stopped even trying over here. Look at that. There's nothing in there. Well, that is it for me, the Obscurist Tourist. Clearly, I wasn't able to show you the entirety of the underground path, so I'll have to save that for another time. But I wanted to rush down here today and show you this rare glimpse of the world's largest shopping complex. Underground, that is, before everything shut down. For now, stay safe. Stay cool. Let's add another adjective in there. Stay beautiful, and until next time.